Hey there, how we doing? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your, well, this should be your weekly reading, but it's more like your three-day reading now. This one's going to be for October 14th, which is Tuesday, through October 16th, which is Thursday. Sorry, I had a bunch of doctor's appointments and whatever. I couldn't get to this, but I'm doing it now, so here we are. This one right here is going to be for my Tauruses, and we're just going to pull cards and see what's going on, okay? So for my Tauruses, let's see. Taurus. Okay, here we go. Alrighty. What you doing, Taurus? What are we opening with? The King of Swords. Alrighty. Followed by the Eight of Cups. Okay, and then we've got the King of Cups in the challenge position. So this is your backstory. This is what we're building off of here. Okay, for the most part, this has already happened, so we can't change it. Something that's already taken place. It looks like here in the recent past, you were definitely in a very analytical, very cold sort of a defensive mode, okay, for some reason. Something had happened that upset you enough that you had to put your emotions off yonder, okay? The next card over is the Eight of Cups. So this would speak of you trying to walk away from something, or you walking away from something. It's something that you still had emotion for, and something that at one time you were totally invested in. However, it would seem that at this point you have decided, logically of course, that this is no longer in alignment with you. And so you were walking away from it. Now, it doesn't have to be a person, place, or thing. It can be like a way of living or a thought process or something. It feels like it's a person to me, though, because of how cold you are. Okay, so this is your past. It looks like you were very cold about walking away from somebody. You just figured out it was the right thing to do, and that's what you went to go do, okay? The challenge here was the Knight of Cups. So I get the feeling that the other person involved in this tried very hard to come in and save this at the last minute. The key word there was the last minute. Like they came in to save it, you know, a couple dollars short and a couple days late, right? After you'd already made up your mind. And we all know what happens with Tauruses once they make up their mind. Okay? All right, let's see. Let's go forward. Where are we at now? Now I have the Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, and the challenge is the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so Knight of Pentacles would say that right now, Knight of Pentacles to the Moon is telling me that right now you're just incredibly confused. Like you were totally sure of what you were doing up here in the recent past. Then this person tried to come in and, you know, save everything. And right now you're just beyond confused. You're not sure what to do, right? Your mind is swimming with all these different possible solutions or possible scenarios, and you're not, you know you're not seeing everything clearly, but you can't figure everything out. It feels like a very confusing time for you. The challenge now is the Queen of Pentacles. The challenge is, to some extent, this is home to you. This is, this is your home base that's falling apart or that's been rearranged here. So you are not, it's not that easy to just walk away from it, right? You were okay with it when you had it figured out, but now that there's been confusion put into it, you're definitely stagnant right this second, it looks like, okay? All right, what do we have in the near future? The Queen of Cups, the Magician, and the Three of Pentacles. So, in the near future, it looks as though this person gains the upper hand here. They manage to confuse you enough that you back off of whatever it was that you were so adamant about in the past. Possibly you are starting to excuse their bad behavior, right? You're being very, very empathetic here. And the reason why you're being so empathetic is because this is your home. This is to you. This is home, right? This is what you want. Okay. The Magician is the next card over. This is you trying to manifest a way to solve all this. Manifest, your magic wand to make everything all better. Make everything go back to the way it once was, or make it all sparkly and perfect. That's not very realistic, but that's okay. I'm not saying that you can't fix this as far as make it something new and make it better, okay? But we all know you really can't go backwards. So trying to make it be what it once was is probably not the best course of action here. Instead, if you're going to make this work, you got to try to build something new that's better than whatever you had before, right? I'm just saying. Okay, so the Three of Pentacles is the challenge. The challenge is you don't want to let this go. Okay, and I'm on board for that. Okay, but why was it that you were willing to let it go in the past? Because something pissed you off enough in the past that you were willing to let it go. I'm only concerned about what was that. Has that changed? Has this person changed and so that's not going to happen again? Or did they just feel like your energy was pulling away and they've come in and told you whatever they needed to get you to calm down? That's my only concern here. But that's just me. Okay, let's see. What do we have on the bottom here? I've got the Page of Swords, the Fool card, and the Eight of Swords. So you're concerned about it too. With the Page of Swords, you're looking for a way to clarify. You know, you're trying to gain a sense of clarity in this situation without having to ask them because you don't trust their answers. With the Fool, you know, I think there is some fear that you're being foolish here. And I mean, that's you fearing that you're being foolish. But you are taking this leap of faith, it looks like. But you're doing it with a very, you're very guarded as you do it. With the Eight of Swords, you're still in your head, not really clear on everything. Okay, well, that's all right. Here we go. What do we got? Now I've got the High Priestess, the Nine of Swords, and the Ten of Wands. You're trying real hard to lean on your intuition here, but I'm not so sure you like what your intuition is saying to you. So, there you have it. With the Nine of Swords, whatever your intuition is telling you is stressing you out, okay? And it's making you feel like you're carrying a very heavy burden here. Maybe they have changed. Who knows, right? What else you got? Knight of Wands. No shortage of passion. Okay, that's a good thing. Six of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. I do believe they're trying. You are what they want. I just don't know how much they've changed. But you know what? I'm reading for a lot of people. So for some of you, hopefully that is what's happened. They've converted or changed or grown up. For others of you, it's still a struggle. But let's see what we get for the days of the week. Let's see. Tuesday, I've got the Seven of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. There's been a huge breakdown in trust here. Huge. I'm not saying it can't be healed, but I'm also not telling you it's going to be easy, okay? That much I say. With the Five of Pentacles, you're just not really sure that you fit in here anymore. That's pretty bad when you're not sure if you fit into home, right? But that's what you're feeling right now. Okay. Wednesday, I've got the Hermit and the Ace of Swords. You're looking for the truth, man. You're really looking. With the Hermit card, you've never really reinvested all your energy in this anyways, but you're pulling your energy back still to try to reassess everything. You're just not really sure about this. And Thursday, I've got the Knight of Swords. You're on a crusade for clarity and judgment. Nothing I'm going to say is going to make you not give this another try, and that's what I see happening here. And that's cool. Then try again. I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's what you should do. You're being very guarded, and I think that's very wise. I'm sorry, I do. For some of you, maybe this will come together just the way you want it to. And for others of you, I think you already know how this is going to play out. But you know what? I understand the concept of giving it a chance to play out, right? Like you can't cut this off short. You have to let it play itself out, I guess, is what it is. That's what I see. And I say that with all the hope in the world that this does work for you, okay? Okay, that's what I got for Taurus. Let's see, over here. There you go.